Oh shit! Oh, I don't know why I keep waiting for it to do some kind of like special, special thing. Whatever. All right, but we were just sitting around chit chatting, and Solo brought up something super fun. Welcome back to another episode. We're just gonna be chit chatting again, but Solo
Yes.
brought up this remake that I had no idea was happening. Captain Planet and the Planeteers is getting a live action series.
All right. All right. Now, listen. This is Overcast, right? We we're painting a pretty picture, but we can't predict the weather. Whether you like it or not, if you were in a certain age, raised in a certain era, Captain Planet has been a staple of your life, and it has come to our attention as of recent that it's going to be adapted in live action on Netflix.
And Leonardo DiCaprio is involved in some way, which hasn't been revealed. Um, perused this article right before, so the lady who's writing it wrote Miss Davis wrote for Miss. She created Miss Davis. Miss Davis is a TV show about a nun who goes basically is on a mission to stop this AI because it's changing the world and how religion and stuff like that. It got her kicked out of her. I don't know, just read story. I got it ready to watch. I just haven't watched it yet. Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon, super popular shows. So I know she's gonna be funny. I know it's gonna be funny. And very it's gonna be intellectual funny.
Yeah, there's a scientific element to Captain Planet because it does deal with climate and things of that nature, but it's
Wait,
going to be fun.
I want. We started this episode super fast because he was mentioning how each of their powers is basically bending. So
If you
I
know
wanted,
Avatar,
yeah. If
The
you
Last
know
Airbender.
Avatar and there's fire bending, earth bending, whatever, he was going to elaborate. Definitely going to elaborate on that.
So so like we could even analyze their powers. See, it's the way that we get to see their powers done um in the cartoon and in the comics is going to inform us on the way they do it. They're going to do it in live action to a certain extent. You think about it, when you watch uh the Earth Planeteer use his Earth power. I forget his name, man. I forget all their names. I remember Mati because it's hard to forget him. Linka, it uses the Wind Ring. Wheeler does the fire, and see, I don't remember the Asian girl.
I'm gonna get the names in a second. I don't remember them all
and,
myself, so don't worry.
and the African kid, I forget his name. Uh, but so when the African kid uses Earth, right? You'll always see some
All
like
right, here we go. Here we
some
go.
okay.
Kwame from Africa.
Kwame, okay.
Wheeler from America. Kwame's Earth. Wheeler from America. Fire. Linka is Wind from Eastern Europe.
Russia.
Asia is G. She's Water, and from South America, Mai Tai with Heart.
He called him Mai Tai. It's Mati.
Mati, sorry. I'm sorry, my guy. I'm sorry, my guy. Mati.
He gonna order a Mai Tai on my tea.
Yeah.
but
Oh
their
man.
but their powers are bending, right? Let's get to it though, right? Because when you look at, and maybe we can share some highlights of them using their powers, but typically what you do see is that they don't produce. The only one I see that actually produces the powers effect from the ring directly is Wheeler. Wheeler can shoot like fire from his ring. I've I don't know if I've seen Alinka produce wind in certain areas. Like she'll shoot like some sort of blue green thing and it'll produce wind somewhere. But I've seen them sort of like just bend the element that's there to their imagination. But
Yeah.
Kwame usually like brings earth from the ground. Like you just see like spires come up out the ground and he's like, you know, manipulating the earth that's already there.
Yeah.
Wheeler, I've just seen him just burn things. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, the most interesting one for me to see done creatively is Mati, because Mati is functionally a psychic, because his powers deal with the matter of the heart slash mind, for lack of a better term. But yeah, and then their powers combined, they create the green-haired Marvel himself, Captain Planet. But the way they do that is going to be fantastic. There's so much material that went unused during the run that they had.
Trying to see if I can find a video that shows all of their powers being used.
Yeah, and then when they got those when they got those their upgraded powers that were like on
The one of those ancient rings or something like that.
the powers that they have normally are from Gaia, the Earth goddess. So then I think there was like some god politics or something like that, where this other god or some other deity offered them, or some other guy that was able to offer them the same type of power, just upgraded, but at a price of some sort. It's been so long since I've watched these episodes, but then they were using that, and that was like against Gaia, and it was just bad in general. And then it brought up the worst in all of them. I think Mati was the only one that didn't use that sort of power. I think it would have been insane to watch. Because so, for example, Wheeler would have been Fire of Conquest.
Okay.
Wind of Conquest. You know what I mean? You never got to see Mati's, because Mati's, again, his power is the heart slash mind. They don't say it. He says heart, but he tends to be very empathic. Like what he can speak to, like his effect was like plot armor.
I am looking. So this is going to be one of the few things that people can't. There's no way to go out of your way to find something wrong with this.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going.
When it comes to casting, and when it comes to longevity of how long the show's been around, there's no amount of woke you can throw at the show that says they changed it for anyone. Like, everyone's represented. The main hero is blue. The enemy of the week is pollution. Like, what are you gonna be mad at? But I want to revisit this episode and revisit this conversation when we get more details, so I can play a clip to be like, I told you some fuck shit was gonna fucking happen, and here it is. And you may go aim the camera whatever way you need to point, but the fuck shit starts now. And then and we're gonna play the clip of some motherfucker being upset about XYZ, or fucking he's supposed to be fucking Aqua, not Tamarine. Well, the fuck, I don't know. They're gonna be pissed the fuck. I don't know Shades of Blue, but you get it.
Man, listen.
But I'm looking forward to the alternates too. I was very excited for the alternate side when the bad guys had their rings and they formed Captain Pollution.
Oh yeah, he sounded like a rock star too. Captain Pollution. That was my dude, man. I loved him. I loved it, man, because he was like, he had the real superpowers, because his superpowers is like radiation beams. Like it was crazy. Like his powers were like Chernobyl. Like he could melt you. Like this dude is all sorts of dangerous for all of the reasons why you don't want to stand next to like a power plant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If we get hit for a copyright thing, we'll just cut this 1 minute out. But
wind, water,
heart.
By your powers,
my dude, man.
I am Captain Planet. Captain Planet.
I used to imagine this guy like Brad Pitt.
Dude, that's another thing. We'll talk about that too.
And he's fighting on the planet side. See, look,
and they got to keep the theme song close.
Look, you see what I mean? Like when I say what people do. Like there she go. Ben's wins. We're the Planeteers, and you can be one too. The planet
It's the
is the
thing to
thing to
do.
do. Looting and
Looting
polluting
is not
is
the
not the
way.
way.
Here's what
Here's what
Captain
Captain
Planet
Planet
has to
has to
say.
say.
The power is yours.
And it's called Captain Planet and the Planeteers. So you have to understand it's about me. With y'all.
And us, all of us together.
Together.
So it starts with us. And it started with us first because we were there when it came out.
Come
We was
on,
watching it on TV. So don't
Man,
come
listen.
to us with no bullshit. But speaking of, you know who I got for who just automatically popped in my head?
We're about to start fan casting? Is that what we're doing?
Just real quick, yeah.
I already see my boy from Alien Earth in my tea.
Okay now. All right. So we gonna do this. Let's do this.
We gonna fan cast these guys? All right. We doing this?
If we gonna do this, let's do this. All right. So let's start with the man. Let's just start with the man. All right.
Captain Planet?
So Captain Planet. Actually, yeah, let's just start with Captain Planet first. My Glenn Powell.
Okay. But this guy's gonna have a flat top of some sort.
Well, yeah. Or you know, they may do something. The hair, yeah, the
It's not
hair.
a flat top. It's not a flat top. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah,
Captain
it's not.
Planet is-
It's not bad. They can do. It's a mullet.
It's a mullet.
Back then, mullets were cool. I superhero has a mullet. Whatever. Whatever.
I'm down. He could keep it. I ain't gonna say nothing about no mullet, man.
So I don't think
I don't think that matters.
I don't think the hair. I think they can do something with the hair. They're gonna put 20-25 spin on the hair. We're gonna have to look past slight cosmetic changes when it comes. He's
But
gonna
you
be
ain't
blue.
wrong.
But
Glenn
look at
Powell,
him.
he looked right with his hair up like that. Look, he got he got the profile.
I don't mean that's for the ladies. Ladies gonna love that.
Hey,
But I feel like
you,
you know, I wish I could do a side by side, but
all right, we gotta come up with 3. You got Glenn Powell 1.
okay.
I think that Captain Planet could also be. Is there anybody that that's in a smaller screen role? Like, because Captain Planet's also an iconic Superman type of role. Like Captain Planet is like a Superman. So you're talking about leading man type. Like it's called Captain Planet and the Planeteers. So I give you Glenn Powell. I also think that Glenn Powell's jawline is very sharp compared to what we're looking at in Captain Planet.
Okay.
Maybe somebody with a more defined jaw. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Glenn Powell joint. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Okay.
How about
I'm listening.
I'm thinking Rickton?
Hold on. Name of who?
Reacher.
Reacher. Give me 1 second. I'll pull his photo up.
I'm just looking at the way his jaw looks. But you know who also could do that to do this too? John Cena.
Hold on. Let's pull him up. Give me 1 second. We'll pull him up. Hold on. I think I might have found a. Hold on. Go ahead.
You know what I'm gonna look up? The Captain Planet Rogues Gallery, because that's gonna be fun too. We have to cast those people.
Okay, so I got this. Shit.
Oh wow, yeah, I got all the Captain Planet bad guys.
Give me a second. Um. Okay. So let's do this and let's do it right, and we can decide for ourselves. I
Oh, we're gonna make a poll.
yeah, we're gonna do
Yeah,
a
we
whole
need to.
thing. We're gonna damn.
We
What's on my camera?
we're gonna. Oh, that's what we trying to redact Saint. I'm also trying to evict the fly. Yeah. Hey, listen.
Damn, come on, Cam. Hold on, let me try.
But it's gonna be a good character. A
There we
good
go.
character to
There we go. Okay. Okay. So what I need over here is all the names. Gotta keep my head from not being turned too much so I don't what's going on. There we go. Okay. So let's do this. Character. Okay, I'm just doing it in order of the damn LeVar Burton was Kwame.
Yeah, that's dope.
Kwame. Wheeler.
Wheeler will be interesting
This is in
because
order of the website, people, not a particular order for, you know, my T, not my tie. Put some respect on my name and put his dash in there, not a Z.
Wheeler will be interesting, right? Because it's Wheeler's, I think, from Brooklyn. I think Wheeler's from Brooklyn. Let me find out. I'm making stuff up. But Wheeler's from a bad neighborhood. It might be Detroit.
Okay. Captain Pollution.
Let me see where he from.
Haggis Greeley. That's a okay, yeah.
Cause
Dr. Blight is the blonde. She's the one her face like half her face gone.
yeah.
All right, so let's stick to those. We're gonna worry about those for now. All right. So we're back on. Fucked up my camera again. All right, so
Okay.
we're back on Captain America, Captain Planet himself. I got Glenn Powell. You're saying Alan Rickman. He's a big dude. I just I don't know. I just feel like he's too big.
You know what I'm looking at him now? Looking at him now because I was just looking at the Captain Planet jawline, but the actor himself would have to pull off because Captain Planet comes off like you know like Captain America's personality fused with Clark Kent, or you know what I mean? Like Captain America's like a happy-go-lucky dude, and I've
We
never
don't need. I agree. He needs someone to be like, he plays around. He plays with, he chills with the kids and shit like that. So that's why I think Glenn Powell fits that. Alan Rickman's too big. What we don't need is like we don't need Timothy Chalamet to be fucking Captain America. I mean, damn, Captain Planet. I keep saying Captain America. Captain Planet.
one of the captains.
What are you thinking? What is this guy's name? He's gonna be in a movie here soon. Alice Austin Butler. You know who he is?
So, I know who Austin Butler is. Show me pictures though, because I gotta be able to look at
If they go a little young,
Butler. If they wanted to, maybe. But look at who's the kid that's playing He-Man? Look at him. There's a I forget his name, but he looks young.
Oh, Nicholas. Okay.
Yeah, you got to see him in Blonde like now, like because I've seen some of the work he's done with the sword. He's been he looks fantastic. But again, it just depends what the flavor would be for the age group, because the kids are teenagers. Like the Planeteers themselves were in their mid-teens, somewhere between 14 and 17. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I put famous actors 2025. It's a little, but let's see.
The Planeteers themselves would be very young. If we understood how old Captain Planet was going to be, because
I would assume I'm gonna assume his character mid-30s, 40s ish, but young, but like fit.
We're talking about what age he passes as. So if you show me, if you ask AI ask AI what age does Captain Planet appear to be? I would like to say he appears to be 25 to 35 years old.
Okay.
A mature man of 25 to 35 years. You'd have to get somebody that passes that, and I mean, like, the actor would have to be objectively more mature looking than the Planeteers. The same with Gaia.
Oh shit!
It's gonna be
think about Gaia.
Gaia is gonna be a black woman.
Yeah, and that's why they kind of cut the chase, because when it comes to Captain Planet, who he is, like it's as far as coloring and special effects, we doing it because it's not a big deal. There's representation all over the show just to be putting too much of a spin on it. As far as I'm concerned, if you agree,
Captain Planet could be a black dude. It doesn't matter. Like Captain Planet, because you don't know why, because Kang the Conqueror is a blue guy. Kang the Conqueror, the one that they used in Marvel, if you looked at Kang the Conqueror in the MCU, it was what's this guy that got fired from Marvel? But objectively,
Shit.
he's a blue-faced character. This,
Oh,
yeah, he's
why did I
he's
forget his fucking name?
because
He's dating Megan Good.
yeah, he's dating Megan Good. I think they're
Dan
married.
Creed.
Yeah, but like you could make a black dude have a flat top, and that could very well be Captain Planet, because Captain Planet is a purple guy.
Jonathan Majors.
John Majors, yeah. Yeah, like, and if you look at
that.
and if in Google Kang the Conqueror and you show
He's
everybody
blue.
people Kang the Conqueror, he's a blue guy. Like, so anybody can be Captain Planet. Like,
yeah, my choices from like I had thought about this before, and Glenn Powell had been in my face, but it could be anybody.
Yeah, and the thing is, shout out to Glenn Powell. You look like Captain Planet. The same way that if I put Mufasa up there with a flat top, he looked like Captain Planet.
Oh,
Aaron Pierre. Yeah. So
he too busy. He a Green Lantern.
Yeah, man. But I'm just saying that because we're about to see him in Lanterns, like, and we'll get to talk about that when that happens. But yeah, there's a ton of representation availability inside of Captain Planet and the Planeteers, like from Gaia, who you can throw any good actress out there that can play her, and she's the de facto leader. Captain Planet's really like the the final weapon to all their problems. If it gets too big, you call him. He shake. He'll figure it out. But leaving the bad guys, you got some yellow guys out there. Have you seen the bad guys out there, like, for the Planeteers? Captain Pollution got like green skin.
That was orange or yellow, I think.
Yeah, like, then you have Duke Nukem. Loot and Plunder is a white dude. Hoggish Greedley, he's a mutant pig man. You could make him anything you want. Then you have Verminous Scum that control all the rats and whatnot. Zarm. And what was Zarm? Oh, he's a spirit of war. He's the one that gave them all them new powers and whatnot.
Yeah, I didn't do too many. I know we're gonna be here, crazy, be here forever. So,
nah, but
you gotta. So we can come back to Captain America. What are we thinking for Wheeler? I want to put a picture. I'm gonna put Glenn Powell. And you're right. They do have to be younger than.
They have to be marketedly much younger. Like because the look, at least you have to get actors that can pass as teenagers, because we still got 25-year-old women playing teenagers in movies. So
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to like split hairs too much. Anybody that can accurately pass for a 13 for not 13, I should say 15 to 17, 15 to 18-year-old. That's what the Planeteers look like. You know what I mean? Anybody can pass like that. Captain Powell. Captain Powell.
All right, Wheeler.
Wheeler's gonna be a cool one. I think Wheeler's from California, actually, because it says I read his profile. Say like to surf. You only
What
surf
is
in
it,
the
under 25?
Yeah, somebody got to be under 25. His actor would ideally you want a guy that's closer to a teenager than he is 30-year-old. We're lucky that Spider-Man in the MCU still looks like a child.
Oh, the kid from Ender's Game. Nah, we need a
He
redhead,
has
do you think?
he could be he has red hair, but yeah, it'd have to be a ginger kid, or somebody that can pass for a ginger. Remember, we had the guy that played the Human Torch. He has his natural hair color is brown or black or whatever the case may be, and he has dark eyes. He had contact lenses and dyed hair. So,
I
hair
don't know.
color
I don't
doesn't
know too
necessarily
many
have to.
young boy actors.
Me neither. Me neither. But Wheeler could be. I'm thinking. What's the guy that played? Well, he might be too old, man. He
Who?
was. He played the Red Ranger on the Power Ranger movie, the one that recently came out. I liked him on that. I liked him, but he was also on Stranger Things. I believe that was the same guy. He played the brother of the red-haired girl.
Ah, yeah.
But again, he probably looks too old now. Like back then, he looked very young. I don't know if he can pull it off. But
Yeah.
he would also have to look like right there. He looks like he could pass for like an 18-year-old if he shaved. But yeah, it's tough. In Hollywood, they do magical things with your face and computers or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But I think that you would want to get an organically young kid. I think this guy's too old right now. It's tough, man. Oh, you see him? You see him right there at the bottom of your screen,
Which one? Right here?
right there. That's when he was on Stranger Things.
Yeah, that could be a
He's,
Wheeler right there. He was a little young.
yeah, but I don't know. A lot of. And the thing is, you might want to get up and coming actors because you know it might be an unknown quantity. We might get an unknown quantity for all the Planeteers because it's an IP you want to keep going without having to put a lot of stress on having to pay people high salaries. So if you get unknown quantities that are talented, then maybe. Because
He stays looking young. This guy right here.
yeah, dude's a vampire.
This may be a partial fan casting. Y'all get the gist of what we was trying to do.
Yeah, it's hard because you have to cast everybody for longevity. So I think that we're gonna look at a relatively unknown crop of actors. Because now the money's just now the money's crazy, right? Like studios are making a ton of money now off of these IPs, and if you look at the formula they use on Stranger Things, that's what everybody's trying to follow. You would want to get like 4 brand new, like how many Planeteers is it? Like Earth, Wind,
5.
5, right?
Yeah.
Earth, Wind, yeah, 5 of them, right? You would want to get, including Captain Planet, people that you can control their contracts. And this is me talking bureaucracy. That shit gets boring. And apologies for all the listeners. But if you've been through what I've been through with the MCU over the last 20 years, you know that the universe was sold short because of contracts and bureaucracy. Because if Sony gave Marvel at Disney the control of these or that characters, certain movies are done different. But I don't want to get too far into that. We could have an episode about that. But when it comes to something when it comes to something relatively untouched, like Captain Planet and the Planeteers, that has such a limited universe that you can use the source material for and then build off of, you want to make sure that you control the actors that you're going to put forth.
Yeah, because we have seen in the past what they can do when left to their devices.
Yeah, because like, just look at what happened with Stranger Things. The thing with Stranger Things is that made it so successful is that the show grew with the
with the
cast.
kids. Yeah,
like so that every year they got older, every time, and then the show got even more robust. The plot got thicker, and things are starting to get into a head, and then your actors all have to make much more adult decisions because they're now adults. Like, we've been watching these kids for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the youngest one was like 9 years old
yeah,
when they started the show. I think 11 was 9, right, in real life?
yeah.
So, we watched her grow into a woman, before our eyes.
Yeah, Mike.
We watched her grow into a woman before our eyes. So, that's what you want with the Planeteers. If you want to start at an age, get objectively young actors. Maybe Captain Planet is going to be maybe your staple actor. Maybe that's going to be your anchor. Maybe that'll be what is the draw, for the show. Maybe you get Glenn Powell for that. But the Planeteers, they got to be kids. They got to be unknowns.
I agree. I understand. But we gotta go along the lines of, well, I mean, shit. Think about that. Glenn Powell is way too big for.
Not for a Superman-like role.
Oh, you're right. Not for Captain America. No one's too big to.
Like, we're gonna edit this out. He said Captain Planet. Yeah.
Captain Planet. Shit. It's about Captain Planet.
But yeah, he's not. I don't think anybody's too big for Captain Planet. Because I think there's nobody in our age group that hasn't grown up with him.
Yeah.
So you're gonna retap into a whole fan base and then bring in new people. They're gonna be curious,
and then you're talking, and then they get to put the spin on all kinds of other things and what's current. Because, for example, people don't realize that AI causes pollution.
Yeah, and not only that, if you're Captain Planet, right, you got to get somebody that's gonna be able to speak to what Captain Planet means in general. Like, I'm watching Corn Sweat have to talk about his portrayal of Clark and Superman, and not just defend it or only just describe it, articulate it, what he thinks, what does it mean to him. He had to defend even the reason why he had the trunks and all of that, and speak to it like
it's crazy,
like in the way he believes in it and all that. So if a guy is going to play Captain Planet, you're going to be attacked by the anti-climate change crowd.
Oh man, I think, to be perfectly honest, man, I would not be surprised if a Captain Planet reboot been fucking stuck in limbo forever because a new development was going up and they couldn't have talk about this or couldn't have talk about that. It's crazy.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of political, social media jive when it comes to, the lead up to, because I think they're in development still. I don't think the Captain Planet's shot or anything like that. Can you check? Can you check if they shot? I don't believe they're shooting or anything like that. I think it's moving forward in production, but I don't think there's like scripts. I don't think there's anything super solid beyond a deal to make it. if that
A
makes
deal to
any
make
sense.
it, and Leonardo supposedly being involved.
The
I can actually chalk that up to hype.
yeah, yeah. I mean, so at the end of the day, I know that if it's gonna be made, you're gonna have to get people that are okay being the faces of, save the climate, save the earth. You're gonna have to get people that are okay with that. Specifically, your Captain Planet and your Gaia. Your
And
Captain Planet actor and your Gaia actor. That's
they
gonna be
are
mom and pop.
they are going to be held, and they're going to be shit. It's crazy. This day and age, they're going to be expected to live like their character.
Oh yeah, yeah, because people be like, look, Gaia actress, fucking litters right in front of
Wow, yeah. Fucking
Captain Planet actor.
Captain Planet fucking flicks a cigarette butt out of a car. Like, yeah, you fucked. So, but
And
I will.
you have to get people that are okay with that sort of scrutiny because they do that to everybody. And when you're talking about like your 24-hour news cycle and the way even CCTV is paparazzi, like you know what I'm saying? Like somebody, there's no privacy anymore. So a lot of actors, and even the Stranger Things kids, even the kids that played the roles of the Harry Potter children,
They
they talk about all that scrutiny. And
and
Emma
shit.
Watson,
You see the news of the newest one. That little boy gonna be going through it too. Grown people attacking, but grown people talking about. I ain't seen people act like this. It's crazy to see people act like this over a TV show about children.
you know what I
So
mean? And it's a children's product, and you got opinions that had nothing to do with the actual product, but the kids in it. So it's just strange, but
it'll be what it'll be.
but
I think. Hold on, I got that in this one. So appreciate you guys watching. We will come back to Captain Planet. I got it right. We'll come
Captain
back to
Planet.
Captain Planet and make sure and revisit and have our fan casting up once we diversify our knowledge of
We're gonna give you
actors outside of the shit that we watch. So
we're gonna give you our fan forecast.
fan, yo, we're gonna give you our fan. Okay. Now we got a segment. That's how we do it. Overcast fan for. Let's. All right.
I'm just
But
well a little bit.
we appreciate y'all. We'll catch you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Later.